Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have Ketu placed in the 8th house in your birth chart. So before we begin, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do have Vedic astrology readings on sale right now, and my Vedic astrology certification course on sale, and birth time rectifications on sale. So you can check out everything that I have on sale right now at gebotheshaman.com, and yeah, just go there and check it out. So let's get into Ketu in the 8th house. So what is Ketu in the 8th house? So in order to understand this placement better, we need to understand what Ketu means, and then we'll talk about what the 8th house means, put them together and create our own analysis from that. So what is Ketu? Ketu is the planet of detachment, where Rahu is attachment, Ketu is detachment. So Rahu wants to go toward the material world, into it, and he wants to consume and devour and indulge, whereas Ketu wants to come up out of it, and he wants to, instead of being in the material world, he says, yeah, I've done that, I've been there, I've got what I needed out of it, and I'm done. So Ketu detaches from the material world, and he goes into the spiritual world. He becomes a spiritual teacher, like a spiritual person, a monk. He becomes a monk. He becomes an ascetic. So let me grab some water. So Ketu wants to go out of this world. He wants to escape this world, and he wants to be one with the spirit, the soul. And he is, he's tired of, whereas Rahu wants to go into the material world. He wants to indulge and things like that. And Ketu says, yeah, but I'm done with all that, and it's not fulfilling. So both Rahu and Ketu are not fulfilled for different reasons. Rahu wants to get, and Ketu wants so Rahu wants to get material things. Ketu wants to get spiritual things, spiritual awareness, spiritual enlightenment, things like that. So then we'll talk about what the 8th house means. So what is the 8th house? The 8th house is the house of... Why is my throat all not cooperating today, guys? Is that better? Oh, that's better. Much better. Alright, so... Alright, so the 8th house, what was I talking about? The 8th house? The 8th house is all about, so the 8th house is the house of transformation, the house of occult secrets, the house of, it's basically birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden gains and losses, sudden transformations, sudden shifts. And so, so this is what the 8th house is. The 8th house is also the house of the occult, the house of occult secrets, mysticism, esoteric practices, things like that. So, you know, the 8th house is also the house of your joint savings. So your savings with your spouse's savings, that's your joint savings and investments and things like that. Your 8th house is the house of your in-laws. So what is Ketu in the 8th house doing here? So Ketu in the 8th house, someone with this placement has a lot of knowledge. You have the capability to learn a lot of knowledge about and be an expert in occult sciences, astrology, mysticism, tarot, psychic stuff. I'm trying to say psychicism, but whatever that is. Being a psychic, being a mystic, being a spiritual guru, things like that. So, so Ketu in the 8th house. So this will give you some knowledge and expertise in that. And you so it's almost like the blueprint is there for you to be this astrology genius, or this, occult science genius. However, it's like we gotta build the building, right? So it's like we have the blueprint within us, like in our chart, our DNA, our soul makeup. However, it's up to us to actually activate that and go after it, because nothing can happen of its own, on its own. We have to actively participate in that in order for it to happen. So with Ketu in the 8th house, it's like you have this ability to be very talented with astrology, tarot, the occult, mysticism, very secret spiritual knowledge. So this is what this is. Secret spiritual knowledge. So with the other thing that the 8th house represents is your joint assets with your spouse. So this is so it kind of shows like you have all the assets, all the investments that you'll ever need. You're kind of an expert on that. Like, you could be a expert at being a stockbroker or something like that, or like a financial planner, somewhere where you're managing other people's money, and it's like a joint investment kind of thing, a pension fund manager, something like that. You could do very well with that, because Ketu gives you the expertise in those matters, and it's just like It's what you like. It's basically what you are good at. One of the things that you're good at. So, let's see here. So the 8th house is sudden changes, sudden transformations. Honestly, Ketu loves to be in the 8th house. Ketu's like, okay, this is cool. I'm fine here. Because what is Ketu? Ketu wants to meditate. He wants to go deep into the, psychology. So 8th house is also psychology. It's your unconscious mind. And so Rahu, he wants to be in Taurus. He wants to indulge in the material world and be there. And Ketu wants to go into the unconscious, into the subconscious and unconscious, and he wants to meditate. And the beautiful thing about this is when you activate your Ketu by meditating, by doing mantra, by doing rituals, puja, things like that, when you do those things, that activates Ketu. And when Ketu is in the 8th house, he has the ability to transcend all the unconscious karma that you built up and stored in that unconscious mind. It's like he wants to go into it and he wants to dig it up and clear your karma out. So when so meditation, doing qigong, doing yoga, doing meditation, doing mantras, doing rituals, all of these things really help you to clear out that unconscious mind, activate your Ketu, and really just transform your life on a major way. 8th house is transformation. So, it's very transformative when you do those things. This is why I call my practice here the self-transformation challenge right there. See that? That is the self-transformation challenge, and so yeah, that combines Kundalini yoga, qigong, meditation, and the lightning energy of the heart center. It really helps you to combine and syncretize those energies and take your spiritual evolution to the next level. So that's what I do. And then we have the Qigong courses. So we have the Cosmic Qigong here. So this is a great beginner's level Qigong course. So highly recommend that as well. If you don't want to do this, then you can do this. So both of those are available to you. And yeah, let me see how I am on time. So, anything else I want to say on Ketu? Yeah, I think I covered it. Yeah, this can, if you meditate, you can do very well in life. Alright, so we have the Astrology Certification course, and that is basically a course that takes you through. It's a self-paced video course that walks you through step by step how I do my astrology readings, and it gives you just everything in detail. It has like an instruction manual, so there's no way to mess it up. So yeah, it's extremely easy and extremely practical, because when I tell my clients about the things that I see in their charts, and the things that can help them, they use those tools and they go and transform their lives using those tools that I give them. So then we have the astrology certification course that, you know, if you pass that certification exam, you will get your own Vedic astrology website and become one of my certified Vedic astrologers. This allows you to create your own business and you know, take that as far as you want to go with it. I will provide you with your website, and yeah, it's an exciting new time. It's an exciting new venture. So check that out. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I have my standard reading that I do for everybody, as well as readings where I focus on your career and your relationships and things like that. I also have birth time rectification, so you can check that out. Birth time rectification is great, especially for people who don't know their birth time. And even if you want to, you know, get it checked or examined to make sure that you're born in the right time, you know, that your birth certificate might be accurate, because it might not be accurate. You know, so if you don't have a correct birth time, then it's just going to throw your chart off by a lot. You could end up with the wrong ascendant, which shifts your whole chart. It's a mess. So it's very important that you actually get your birth time examined by a professional and make sure that it is correct. So that's why I offer my birth time rectification service. Alright, so then we have the Qigong courses, which I talked about a little bit. And then we have the distance energy healing. So the distance energy healing is great for people who are having not only physical issues, but mental, emotional, psychological. Because why? Because it works on the energetic level. So any physical illnesses are caused by mental, emotional, psychological issues. Because that's what you know, messes up the physical body. Aside from like a broken arm or something like that, you know. But yeah. So that distance energy healing is really good. I've had a lot of great reviews and things like that, so check that out. And then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So those are great. Those are really great services for people who are having difficulties in life. You know, a lot of people, you know, don't know what their life path is or what their life purpose is, so they just kind of flounder and wander around and don't really do anything to help themselves. So this is what I'm doing to help you. So when you purchase that session with me, career coaching session with me, I will help you find out what your life path is, what your purpose is, things like that. So yeah, so that's a great opportunity to find out what you're supposed to be doing in this life. And then we have the emotional awareness course, we have the ritual magic courses, we have cosmic qigong and the self-transformation challenge, so you can check those out. Alright guys, so that's it for me today, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.